What up everyone, it's your ManXman87 here, bringing you another Marvel Legends news video, and what I have for you today are the new Marvel Legends reveals from PostCon 2023. Before we get into everything, if you could please leave a thumbs up, like rating on the video, it'll help show your support for my channel and I greatly appreciate it. Now let's go over these figures by order of reveals, and I'll give my thoughts along the way, and I'll wrap it up with an overall verdict at the end to see if they brought the heat at PostCon or if they dropped the ball and turned the show into Repaint Con. Now, with that said, let's talk about it. They kicked things off with some new updates on the HasLab Giant-Man. No tiers added, just some things that weren't mentioned before, but they are including the white antennas, which is the look I love more on him and will be my preferred look on display. Then the eyes will have this function where you can roll them so they can look in any direction. And that's really freaking cool. So you can have him with his, you can have him cross-eyed looking down, which was a concern of mine that he was only looking up on the older photos. Or you can have him with the McFarlane toy side-eye look. So you can combine about 18 to 19 different expressions for him, I believe, is the total they said. So this is something that will be an interactive fun feature. Detroit Steel was showcased again as he's the PostCon exclusive. He went up for sale on Post at 4 p.m. Eastern Time for premium members and 5 p.m. Eastern Time for everyone else. He's priced at $49.99. I picked him up because I think he just looks super cool. Being on that Ironmonger movie body, I already know it's a great figure because of how it functions, and I always want more Iron Man villains. The first comic wave for 2024 kicks off, and it's an Avengers wave. The first reveal is Savage Namor. So Namor, which is basically mostly a repaint of his old one, but gets some new layered parts for his armor on his forearms and lower legs. The new head sculpt is awesome. It does look savage indeed. Our first repaint reveal, so I would have preferred an updated classic Namor on a newer body with the pinless treatment. Then after that, we get his cousin, Namorita. Didn't I say this figure was coming a few videos ago? I told y'all it was coming. I called it, but some of y'all didn't want to believe me. Then some people want to say I was clickbaiting? Fuck out of here. No ego check needed here. Because I go off of patterns, and patterns show proof that this team is known for loving to plant nuggets as little teasers for future reveals. It's no secret, as it's a running gig for them. We should all know this by now, unless you are new to the game. Again, this is not coming from an egotistical standpoint of saying I told you so, because like I said before, always assume positive intent with me. I'm not coming from a place of bad intent. I wouldn't do that to my viewers. I love patterns, man. Patterns have a history. Patterns tell a story. I wouldn't steer my viewers wrong into some clickbait. But haters will be haters, and those that rock with me, you know what it is. But with Namorita, I would have loved her classic look, but while we don't get that, I still love how she looks here with her blue skin. I wish they fixed the feet, man. She still has those chubby feet instead of having that comic book petiteness to them. So, again, they really need to work on that. But the figure overall, it's well done, and she'll have alt hands too. I'm still hoping for that classic version, and Dan Yoon did say to hold on tight, so it's a good indication that it'll come to fruition as I need to complete that classic New Warriors team. Overall, still a good figure. Then we get a look at Black Panther. This is their retake, I guess, from the early 2000s Black Panther comic version, which Toy Biz did back in Series 10. It's hard to top that Toy Biz version, so they couldn't top it here with it being mostly a repaint and some comic inaccuracies. You can see the feet are two-toe boots when they are supposed to have claws on them. Here's a comic reference for you, so you can see the flaws on this Hasbro version. But everything else looks good with the newly added parts. Wow, the promo images can't even get his forearm accoutrement placements right as it's around his wrist. Oh man, but hey, despite my gripes, I think it still looks pretty decent and can still be a main Black Panther on display. And the Build-A-Figure is revealed to be the Void. Yo, this thing is insane. Like, holy shit insane. Okay, I'm not gonna lie, after seeing Namor revealed, then Namorita, I got my hopes up because I thought it was leading up to a comic Atuma bath. So, when it wasn't, I was let down. However, after seeing this bath, that feeling kind of went away, and that just complements how amazing this figure is to make me brush aside a character I wanted to see more. But wow, This thing is a bath by every definition. So the limbs are from the movie Venom figure, but what a great reuse here. New torso and crotch, and it's hard for me to tell if it's a ball jointed waist or the hard ab crunch. I don't see a crunch because it has some hard aesthetics, so I'll wait to see more pics or try to get more info on it. I'll see if I can text Dan Yoon later to get info on that, and I'll let you know. But that translucency just pops. He's gonna make for some great photos. So he's already gonna have that kind of photogenic look to him and feel. The head sculpt is epic, man. It just looks insane, and the tentacles make him look like a big ass lobster. I mean that in a good way, okay? Because he looks very creepy and alien-like. I wonder if those tentacles are articulated. I think it is. I think some of them are. I don't think it's bendable or anything like that. I think there's some points in articulation cut in between some of them. So yeah, I just want to take a better look at the back of that figure. I know he's the first BAF of 2024, but he's already looking like BAF of the year for 2024. This is perfect to go with that Sentry figure from last year with his alt head transitioning into the void. I can't wait to get my hands on this. These new comic reveals will go with the previously revealed comic figures at San Diego Comic-Con, joining Vision, Power Princess, Justice, and Crystar. This all-comic Avengers wave goes up for pre-order on October 3rd, 2023 at 1 p.m. Eastern Time, and is slated to release Q1 of 2024. Then we get a first look at the No Way Home wave. So it's MJ in her sweatshirt, same legs as her last figure. A new head, which the likeness looks good to me. She has her alt hands and includes the Machina, I forgot what it's called, Machina the Cadavis or something like that accessory. Nothing special here. Moving on. We get Matt Murdock. Hell yeah to this Matt Murdock. All pinless suit, which is a delight to see for our normal sized suited bodies. He comes with his cane and the brick that he caught from the film that says "We Believe Mysterio." Great head sculpt, and this is one I'm sure will be an instant cop for many. Then we get the second ever movie Sandman figure in the Marvel Legends line. I'm just gonna say that this torso is horrid. I just hate how it looks. Just makes him look so stiff as if he has sand up his ass. Literally, man. He comes with a lot of hands, which is a good thing, but the build just doesn't do it for me. But if you like it, then hey, happy for you. It just doesn't do for me. I think the head sculpt is probably the only thing I like on this figure. Other than that, he looks like a naked mummy. We get our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man, as most of us suspected. They are giving us the Tobey Maguire head, and it looks good. I like the likeness for the most part. I noticed they fixed the red tone as it's more reddish and not on the pinkish side like the last one. I think it's bluer too. I'm in the minority that liked that Tobey figure. I didn't like the red on it, but I still liked it even with its few flaws. Unfortunately, they cut out hands because of deco costs for Spider-Man cobwebbing, which is their excuse to not go above and beyond for us. So if you have the 3-pack and want to give this one all the sets of hands, it won't match since the red tones are completely different. A damn shame they have to be so cheap on the most popular Spider-Man movie character ever. They know people would have bought this up, which would have made up for any cost. It's the same body as before. If you were hoping for any tweaks on the body to make it better, then I'm sorry to bring disappointing news, as that's not the case. Let me know if you will pick this one up. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. I may just wait for the Mafex one since I wasn't really feeling the SH Figure Arts. I think the next Tobey from Legends I would buy would be the black symbiote suit, but they'll have to sculpt a new upper torso for him since the black suit logo was different. But yeah, I think I'll hold off on this. The Amazing Spider-Man, Andrew Garfield. So, same deal with the Tobey one, as he doesn't have all the matching hands from the No Way Home 3-pack. But he does have the unmasked head, which looks awesome in my opinion. Looks like they brightened up the colors a bit too, so he has a more vibrant contrast. I think I may still get this one, as he was my favorite live-action Spider-Man. And since we got a civilian Tom Holland Peter in the line, I'd love to get a civilian Peter versions of Tobey and Andrew, especially a Bully Maguire. But the Andrew likeness, especially that wild, crazy looking hair, it's just gold to me. Then to round out the wave, we get the final swingsuit Spider-Man. Finally, they give us a Tom Holland Spider-Man suit with the double diaphragm joint. This looks so damn good with all the aesthetics of the raised webbing and textures. Wasn't he supposed to have a gold emblem on the chest instead of black? I could have sworn almost every image I saw of this suit, he had a gold spider emblem. Oh well, it still looks good here. I'm honestly tired of the gold on Spider-Man in the movies. It looks gaudy. Iron Spider suit would have been better if it matched the comic version. Anyways, back to the figure. The masked head looks accurate. The unmasked head looks good too. And the good thing about this figure is that he has all the matching hands that should be bare minimum and standard across every Spidey figure. So fists, whips, and crawlies, it's all there. I think this is worth the pickup. The wave will be sported in that retro style blister card, so it's not a bath wave. The wave went up for pre-order today, September 22nd, 2023 at 5 p.m. Eastern Time. Each figure will be $24.99 and is slated for a January 2024 release. And we get some No Way Home deluxes. So the first deluxe reveal is Green Goblin. Most of us seen all the leaks going around. Some said it was fake, some said it was real, and this confirms it was real. I had no doubt from the beginning. The Green Goblin is almost perfect. Love the painted deco, as you can see, a bunch of colors filled in. Unfortunately, not the back by looking at this shot here, but that glider looks so good and it's articulated so it pivots to capture those dynamic poses you are looking for. The flight stand will help more with that too. The aesthetics on this guy are crazy, and it should be for a character like this. The claws coming out of the forearms and the Willem Dafoe head sculpt is golden. You can display him with the hood on or off, and same with the goggles. He has the mask, which they didn't say if it was a swappable head or if it's one that just goes over his head, or if it's just a standalone accessory with no such feature. If I missed something, then let me know. Sorry, I just got the emails mad late from Hasbro for the promo images, so at least I know that the mask goes on the figure's body. I just don't know if it goes over the head or if it's a separate swappable head. There doesn't say anything here, but I do hope that that harness and the hood is removable so we can have a clean Goblin armored look, you know, just as a fun alternative option. But he looks great in articulation, and I even noticed a double diaphragm joint, so he'll have the upper torso rocker with the lower ab crunch. Damn, I said I'm done with movie figures, but they are trying to reel me back in with this one. I'm gonna try to resist the urge, man. Overall, a showcase stealer and one of their best deluxe offerings. Can we talk about Doc Ock, man? Hell yeah. This has got to be my favorite reveal. The Doc Ock movie deluxe figure. This may have stolen the show on Legends for many. Look at all those inches of tentacles. They said almost 4 times the bendy wire so he can support his own weight when elevated. They have all the ridges to match the movie look, and the pincers look absolutely incredible. Some pincers feature articulation like the triangular shaped ones. Those will open and close. You'll get some other grabbing shapes and flat ones which will keep him elevated when planted on a surface. He'll also have some alt hands too. The head sculpt looks pretty good from what I can see, but I hope the glasses are removable. The body sculpt looks great, and I think he'll articulate real well for the most part. My only gripe is the single jointed arms. I don't get why sometimes they do double jointed elbows for some jacket arms and not on others. That aside, it's still a banger. Damn it, they got me. They freaking got me here. I gotta get this one now. Alright, okay. I might just limit myself to Spider-Man movie only figures, but what a stellar job here. They hosted a vote poll for a Marvel Legends series fan vote, and whichever gets the most votes would get revealed today. Not to be confused with the vote poll contest that will only have the figure made if it wins. It's not that. This is just for today to engage with the fans, with the winner to be revealed, and the others will be revealed on another day. So the first one was a Marvel Legends character previously released only as an alternate head. The second one was a Marvel Legends character previously released as a convention exclusive. And the third one was a first-time Marvel Legends character. And the winner is the first time in the line character, and that's Red Widow. She looks real good. I love all those zigzag straps, man. They got that off. I love the hood and the cape. So yeah, I'm all for this as I love team building, and this will add to my Winter Guard stable. That alternate head character has to be Lilandra. Even Dwight was about to spoil it and they stopped him, but we're not done, man. We all know it's Lilandra who came with the Mystique figure. I do wonder who the other is as a previously released con exclusive. I'm hoping for either that Fantastic Four She-Hulk or Shauna the She-Devil. And that was it. No teaser at the end. That was strange. They always do a teaser. So let's just wrap it up now. Only 13 total reveals, and about half of them were repaints. So it's split. Not a full repaint con. But we did get some new stuff too. I wasn't disappointed, but I wasn't fully pleased either. I'm somewhere in the middle. It's just weird that they didn't push anything for Giant-Man. No classic Wasp. No Yellow Jacket, no character revolving around Giant-Man at all to help gain more backers. I'm sure we're expecting they will come next year, but this was the perfect time to reveal them. Like, they don't know how to strike when the pot is hot. At least not anymore like they used to. We saw how they pushed X-Men for Sentinels and Heralds for Galactus. I was looking at the metrics and they're averaging about 90 backers a day. Just for projection purposes, if I take 90 and multiply it by 31, which are the days remaining, you get 2,790. Take that number and add it to the amount of backers right now as I'm recording, which is 4,987, and it equals to 7,777. That's not a good pace and not enough to have it fund. Now, I understand there will be that last day surge, so we will see a big increase and it might hit over 10k, maybe 11k, but it won't be enough for that scroll head. I'm starting to get a little worried about it not funding. Wait, worried? What am I talking about worried? It's just a fucking toy. I only worry about real life problems that matter. Let me rephrase that and say that the Marvel Legends team should be worried a bit. Because I'm not worried if it doesn't fund. I still have that freaking Toy Biz Build-A-Figure Giant-Man, which is still legendary. But the Marvel Legends team should be worried a bit because they didn't cross the halfway mark in the first week. So they gotta do something to keep it enticing. It should have been 8k as the target goal, not 10k. I still think it's a good price for HasLab standards, and people hate when I say that I think it's a good price for HasLab standards, but I think they are misunderstanding me when I say it. Like I said, good for HasLab standards, as they are usually over the $300 margin. See, I like that they went 24 inches, exactly 2 feet. I still like the size. But like I said before, if they just shed off 4 inches, making them 20 inches tall and $150, then it would have funded much quicker. If it does fund, but it doesn't meet the scroll head target goal, then many will cancel their doubles who plan to display their extra with the Scroll Avengers, like myself, which they give you about a 2-week window or so to cancel after it gets funded, so it's not too late. So I would cancel my double if it doesn't hit that tier. But let's see what they do, as there is still a whole month left to go. The Comic Avengers wave is probably my favorite lineup reveal for the Legends panel. It has a unique mix. A strong and over-the-top Bath, some team builders in the Squadron Supreme, new Warriors, and Avengers. This is one I'm looking forward to. I think the No Way Home wave should have ditched MJ and put Jamie Foxx's Electro in it so we can have all the villains from the film, and it should have been a Bath wave with Lizard at the helm as the Bath in the wave. That MJ is such a weak offer and the worst in the wave. Murdoch is a good buy. I can put the comic head on that one, or not. This one is one of those rare movie figures that can blend in with comics. Sandman could have been better, not the worst in the wave, but the second worst. I think everything else is fine on him. It's that torso that needs to be completely reworked. It's a damn shame that Toby and Andrew don't include all the matching hands this time around. I know the Spider-Man will still sell because it's Spider-Man, so we know at least half the wave will move. The No Way Home Deluxes stole the show for the Marvel Legends showcase, mainly because of the movie nostalgia I had from those early 2000s Spidey films, and seeing those villains get some action figure love again in Marvel Legends form Goblin and Doc Ock trumped majority of their reveals. I wished it was more balanced out with better figures. That's why I say this post-con for them was mid. Actually, this was their worst post-con showcase compared to their last three. If we want to hold them to those standards set for the last 3 years, those last three were bangers, especially last year where almost every figure felt like a show stealer. So it's kind of sad that a leaked figure was the one that stole the show for them this year instead of a newer, never before seen figure. I mean, the real show stealers of post-con were G.I. Joe yet again, and I'll be covering those reveals tomorrow. But my favorite Marvel Legends reveals were Doc Ock at number 1, Green Goblin at 2, the Void Bath at 3, as that's an insane looking piece. Those are my top 3. Then that Namorita, Final Swing Suit Spider-Man, and Matt Murdock are all tied at 4th. Peter 2 and Peter 3 would have been higher on my list if they came with their matching hands. And I look forward to the rest of those reveals from the vote poll, so I'm sure we'll get another fan stream before the year ends. Now I kick it back to you. What do you think about the Marvel Legends reveals for PostCon 2023? List your favorite reveals in number order, as I'm curious to see. Comment below, let me know, we'll chat about it. Thanks for watching another Marvel Legends news video. Please follow me on Instagram if you haven't already at xman87. Hit the notification bell so you'll always know when my latest videos are up. Share and subscribe if you're new. See you on the next video. Peace, peace.